who I'd be friends with in Back to the Future. Marty! If I was his age, I'd be thinking, this kid's cool. He is so cool. He can ride the skateboard. He hangs on to cars and stuff as he's riding the skateboard. That's cool. That is actually cool, isn't it? Come on now. Even as an adult, you gotta look at that and go, that's cool. You're probably thinking reckless, but cool. That is cool. And he can play the guitar like he's ringing the bell. Go, go! Go, Manny! Go, go, go! If I was a teenager, I'd want him to be my mate. I'd love him to be my mate. I'll be honest with you, there'll probably be moments where I'm thinking he's a soft lad. Especially when he comes around to the house and thinks he knows best and wrecking stuff. Like he wrecked the speakers in Doc's house. See, that wouldn't be going down well with me. I'd be seeing my arse with him. Parents would be seeing the arse with him. I wouldn't let him around the house. It's that simple. But I reckon he'll be a good mate. I mean, he's stuck up to Biff, so you know he's got your back. Yeah. Teenager, me and Mark would be good mates. Probably growing up together, but then really busy mates. Unless he sacks me off. But as an adult, I'm gonna be honest, I'd be thinking Marty's a little dickhead, to be truthful. I mean, he talks to adults with disrespect. Start talking to me like that, I'll be seeing me ass. And if he was kissing my daughter in front of the clock tower in front of me, I'd be seeing my ass with this lad. No. He wouldn't be allowed around the house. I wouldn't be happy with him. No. So, as an adult, looking at this kid, I won't like him. Stay away from your daughter, Marty. Stay far away. Doc. Great Scott! I'm gonna be truthful, right? See, I've been struggling to figure out whether I've got ADHD, but if I was hanging around Doc, I'd be convinced I've got ADHD. I couldn't cope with Doc. He's too much. He's too quirky. It'd wreck me head. I couldn't be around him. I'd need to run away. You know, and when he's coming out with the science talk, I'll be like, what? What are you saying? You know, I found it a little bit interesting, but no. And as a teenager knowing him, I wouldn't know him. If anything, I'd probably know him as that crazy scientist guy who seems to do all experiments with terrorists and stuff like that, and kidnaps 15-year-old kids and sends them back in time to try it on the mums. So, no. Me and Doc. Sorry, Doc. We won't be mates. The lovely Lorraine. I mean, let's have a look at Lorraine at the age that I am now, and as she is as a mum, you know, in the 40s and stuff like that. I don't think we'll get on. I'll be honest with you. I think she reminds me too much of one of the playground mothers with an opinion, and I couldn't be doing with that. I'll be steering clear of her. If I was stupid enough to be mates with her, I think a night on the piss, she'd have an opinion about me and what I need to do with my parents and my job. So no, stay clear of that. Forget that. Nonsense people like her. Go away, Lorraine. But as a teenager, knowing Lorraine, yeah. I mean, as a teenager, I fancied anyone, so oh yeah, baby. But if I went back in time and that teenage Lorraine was my mum, no, I don't care how attractive that she is. Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, my mum was a handsome lady in her day, but I want disgusting. It's sick. I don't even know why we're even having this discussion. No, just no. However, at my age now, and I know a young Lorraine, I'd be telling my stepson to steer clear from that man-eater. She is a risk of teenage pregnancy. I mean, come on, let's have a look at it, right? She was with George for like a couple of years in the teens, and then not long after that, she has her first son. I even checked it out on IMDb. The guy who plays Dave in the film, I think he was born in 1957. So that means that she must have been about 17 when she had him. Forget that. That ain't happening around here. No way. Stay clear away from the stepsons, Lorraine. No way. Who will be friends with him? Back to the Future. George McFly. See, do you know what? I don't want to be nasty here, but like, it doesn't matter what age. It doesn't matter if it's this age, younger. I couldn't be mates with him. He's a wet fart. I just think he's just too shy. He's too wimpy. He's like this little. He's weird. He's weird. I wouldn't want to go near him. To me, he's got the personality of a serial killer. I'd be staying far away from him, too far away. And also, he reminds me of those little nerdy kids in school. Do you know the ones you help out? You feel bad for them, and then they snap at you. He's like one of them. I couldn't be doing that. So my conclusion is, George, I'm pretty sure you're a nice fellow, but just in case there's hidden psycho tendencies, I'm staying away from you, mate. Sorry. Not for me, won't be my friend. Who I'll be friends with in Back to the Future? Biff. Biff. He scares me. See, when you're watching the film, he's like this one-dimensional 80s bad guy. You know, he's quite funny to watch. You know, it's fun to watch him staring it all up. In reality, he ain't fun. No. He's like, yeah, he's the bully. He'll beat you up. Yeah. But he goes beyond being a bully. He's a murderer. He's a cold-blooded murderer. I mean, if you think about it, he tried running Marty over. He was trying to squash Marty between his car and a manure truck. And he didn't get... He could have killed him. And all he gave a shit about was the fact that he was covered in crap and it was Marty's fault. It was Marty's fault that he didn't let him kill him. But that's psycho. That's pure psycho. And then he tried it on Lorraine. She wasn't having it. She's grabbing her arm. You know, proper grabbing her arm and stuff. Wife beater. You know, he'd beat up the woman. And don't get me... Don't. No. It's wrong. It's wrong. He was flat out raping her in that car scene. That's not right. The guy, there's no mental barrier. No. So if I was a teenager and I knew Biff, I'd be staying far away from Biff. I wouldn't want to be getting bullied or murdered or molested by him. There's no way he'd be gone. If he made any contact towards me, I'll be leaving schools. I'll be going to another school. There's no way. And as an adult, if I knew Biff and I worked with him and he was bullying me and making me do his work for him, I wouldn't lie to you. I think I'll have more of an adult head on me now. I won't be as much of a little tart. So I'd do the right thing. And what I'd do is call human resources. I'd get rid of him. I'd get him out of there. And I'd probably have to leave town because, let's be honest, he'd probably try and kill me in my sleep. So my conclusion on Biff is stay far away. Do you know what? Biff, I think he's an underrated bad guy because he is the worst. He's near enough up there with Darth Vader. He's really bad. He's a bad guy. And it needs to be told that Biff is the bad guy. A bad guy. Who I'll be friends with in Back to the Future? Jennifer. Sweet little Jennifer. If I was a teenager and I knew Jennifer as the age she is in the film, I'd probably fancy her. Yeah. But, you know, as a teenager, I fancied anyone that wasn't my mum. You know, it doesn't really mean much, that, really. But as an adult, and I knew Jennifer as a teenager, I'd be like, yeah, she seems like a nice young lady. She's with one of my stepsons. I'd be like, hey, well done, lad. Well done. You did good there. Good lad. So, my conclusion on Jennifer, on account of just this film, not the other films, yeah, seems like a nice young lady. Yeah, as a teenager, I'd be like, nice. I mean, me as a teenager, at the age of a teenager, because that sounds wrong, an adult saying that about a teenager, because you don't do that, because that's weird. Don't be weird. Who I'll be friends with in Back to the Future? The conclusion. As an adult, I don't think I want to have anything to do with any of these people. I'll be giving them a wide berth. I just won't be bothered. If I bump into them in the street, I'll be polite and say hi and all that stuff. Probably not Biff. I'll be really crossing over the road to stay away from him. But if I was a teenager and I was growing up with Marty as my mate, I'll be honest with you, I think he'd be quite a little mate, so we'll probably be mates with him to this day. I won't lie, during those course of times, I'll probably be avoiding his house like the plague. I wouldn't be able to stand his parents, and I wouldn't want to be hanging around with Doc Brown. I'll be avoiding that. Every time he's with Doc, I'll be like, no, I'll see you another night, forget that, mate, because Doc blows me head. But yeah, other than that, I think the only thing I'd come out with being mates with the whole characters of Back to the Future, I think it'll mainly be Marty if I grew up with him. But as an adult, no, and I knew these people, I'd be staying far away. I couldn't be doing with it. No way. No way. Get away from me right now. I can't be doing with any of you. So yeah, that's my conclusion. Hope you liked it. Wonder what your conclusion will be, eh?